Water is 60% of your body, but the next several minutes will be 100% amazing. Welcome to Operation Water. Hi, I'm Sarah, and today on Operation Water, I'm going to talk about oil spills. The world relies heavily on the use of oil for fuel, and a lot of this oil reaches its destination by traveling through the sea. A lot of the oil that leaks into the sea comes from underwater pipelines, offshore drilling, and coastal storage facilities. Once the oil reaches the shore, it coats everything it touches and is absorbed into the ecosystem through surrounding plants, making the whole area an unsustainable habitat. Fish and marine mammals are also severely affected by oil spills. When birds dive into the oil, it coats their wings, making them unable to fly. It also strips their bodies of their natural waterproofing and insulation, which makes them more susceptible to hypothermia and overheating. Once the oil gets in the water, how do they get it out? Well, there are some agencies responsible for cleaning up the mess, such as the Coast Guard and the Environmental Protection Agency. One of the common processes used is containment and skimming, in which the oil is contained using large floating booms and is sucked or skimmed by boats. While the world's biggest oil spills occurred in oceans, a few years ago we experienced one right in our own backyard. On January 23, 2011, over 5,000 gallons of oil leaked into the Potomac River when an oil pipeline burst. The pipeline belonged to the Pepco River Power Station, which is located along the Potomac in Maryland. Luckily, most of the oil was contained and efforts were taken to stop the leak and clean up the oil within a few days. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned a little bit about oil spills and the effects they can have on the environment. See you next time on Operation Water. I'm your host, Sarah, and today I'm going to do a couple of demonstrations to further explain why oil spills have such a detrimental effect on the environment. So I'll just need the help of our water boy. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so I have a beaker here, and the first thing that I'm going to do is just fill it with a little bit of water. And then, water boy, I need you to add in a little bit of oil. Okay, great. Add in a little bit more. So as you can see, the oil is sitting on top of the water, much like oil would do when it spills into the ocean. This is because oil is both less dense than water and it's insoluble in water. Water is a hydrophilic liquid and oil is hydrophobic, and these two types of liquids do not mix together. One of the reasons this is such a problem with oil spills is because the oil covers everything it touches and is extremely hard to clean. Obviously, regular water can't be used. So food coloring is mostly water. Watch what happens when the water boy puts it into the beaker. Okay, great job. The droplets remain intact until they reach the water, and then they disperse. This is because food coloring is heavier or denser than the oil. Even when I stir the oil, like this, they remain separate. So when animals are covered in oil, a different kind of agent is needed to remove the oil. Usually a gentle soap or detergent is used. So we're going to add some dish soap to this. Okay, great. And now when we mix it, you can see that the oil and water are finally mixing together. This happens because soap acts as an emulsifying agent, meaning it allows a liquid to disperse into another immiscible liquid. In this case, the soap is attracted to both water and oil, which allows them to join together and form an emulsion. And as the tide leaves the shore, it's time for us to part. Join us next time for another episode of Operation Water.